Alright, in this video we're going to look at finding the lengths of sides, the length of the sides of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So in this triangle here we have an angle that's 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and then here's the 90 degree angle. And it says in any triangle in which the two acute angles are 30 and 60 degrees, which is this angle and this angle, the longest side, the hypotenuse, okay, so the hypotenuse, the longest side, is the side opposite the 90 degree angle. And it's always twice the length of the shortest side. And this is the shortest side here, the side that's opposite the 30 degree angle. Alright, and then and the side of medium length, okay, which is the side opposite the 60 degree angle, this side here is always the square root of 3 times the shortest side. Okay, so the shortest side is the side opposite the 30 degree angle. The side of medium length is the side opposite the 60 degree angle. And the longest side, which is the hypotenuse, is opposite the 90 degree angle. So here in this problem it says find the remaining sides of a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle if the shortest side is 3. Alright, so that's telling us that this side here, the side opposite the 30 degree angle, is 3. Alright, so let's just sketch this. Let's sketch a triangle here. Alright, there's our right angle. There's the 30 degrees, and here's 60 degrees. And so they're telling us that this side here is 3, the shortest side, the side opposite the 30 degree angle. Alright, and we'll just call this side here, the medium side of medium length, A, and we'll call the side of the longest side, C. Okay. Alright, so we need to find A and we need to find C. So we can say that A is equal to, okay, that's the side opposite the 60 degree angle. See, the side opposite the 60 degree angle. So A is equal to T times the square root of 3. So in this case, T is 3, so that's 3 times the square root of 3. And this is the length of the side opposite the 60 degree angle. Alright, now let's find the length of the longest side. So that would be C. So C, which is the side opposite the hypotenuse, okay, which is right here, that's 2 times T, or 2 times the length of the shorter side. So that's going to be 2 times the length of the shorter side, so 2 times 3, which gives us 6. And there's the length of the longest side. Alright, so let's take a look at another one. Alright. So the same thing here. We've got a 30, 60, 90 triangle. It says find the remaining sides of a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle if the longest side is 5. Alright, so let's sketch the triangle out. There's the 90 degree angle. Here's the 30 degree angle. And here's the 60 degree angle. And it tells us that the longest side is 5. So the longest side is opposite the 90 degree angle. So that tells us this is 5. Now we need to find the shortest side and the side of medium length. Okay, the side opposite the 30 degree angle and the side opposite the 60 degree angle. Alright, so whenever you're doing this, it's best to find the shortest side first. Okay, find the shortest side. If you're given the longest side, if you're given the side opposite the 90 degree angle, or if you're given the side opposite the 60 degree angle, find the length of the shortest side first. Okay, so now looking at this, they tell us that the side opposite the hypotenuse is 5. Okay, well, what is 5? 5, you can see, is 2t. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take 2t equals 5. And what this allows us to do is, you can see here, we can divide both sides by 2, and that will give us t equals 5 halves. So here is the length of the shorter side. Okay, this is t. So there's the length of the shorter side. Now we need to find the length of the side opposite the 60-degree angle. Okay, and let's just call this, I guess we can call it, we'll just call it A, like we did in the previous example. So, well, we have the length of the shorter side, which is 5 halves. Well, the side opposite the 60-degree angle is t times the square root of 3. So that would give us A is equal to t, which is 5 halves, times the square root of 3, which is going to give us 5 square root of 3 over 2. And so here's the length of the side opposite the 60-degree angle. Now let's take a look at one more. Alright, find the remaining sides of a 30, 60, 90 triangle if the side opposite 60 degrees is 4. Alright, so let's sketch the triangle here. Alright, so they're telling us, well, let's see, that's 90, that's 30, and there's 60. And they're telling us the side opposite 60 degrees is 4. So, just like in the previous example, they didn't give us the length of the shorter side, so that's the one we're going to want to find first. Alright, so we'll call this C, and we'll call this shortest side T here. So, notice here that they tell us 4 is the side opposite the 60-degree angle. Well, what is that? That's t square root of 3. That's the length of the side opposite the 60-degree angle. So I'm going to set this equal to 4. So I have t square root of 3 equals 4. And then I'll divide both sides by square root of 3. I'm solving for t now. So I get t is equal to 4 over the square root of 3. And now we'll go ahead and we'll rationalize the denominator. So we'll multiply the numerator and denominator by square root of 3. And so this is going to give us 4 square root of 3 over, and then square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 9, and square root of 9 is 3. And so here's the length of the shorter side. That's 4 square root of 3 over 3. And now we can find the length of the longest side, the hypotenuse, the side opposite the 90-degree angle. So C is equal to what? 2 times the length of the shorter side. So that's 2 times 4 square root of 3 over 3. So you can look at that as 2 over 1. So 2 times 4, that's 8 square root of 3 over, and then 1 times 3 is 3. So there's the length of the side opposite the hypotenuse. So I hope this video has helped. Check out my other videos, and thanks.